Welcome to another lawn mowing live stream. It is Thursday, June the 5th, and beautiful sunny day here. And I thought I would do another live stream in this neighborhood that is sometimes spotty for cell reception, but today, with the blue skies and sunny day, the cell reception is working fantastically. So it should be hopefully a good stream. So this one is a corner lot. You may have seen it before in the past, and it's one that I do with the battery mowers. So let's get into it. Had to unfortunately park quite a bit of ways. It's the house all the way in the corner there with that gray SUV in the driveway. There was no parking when I went around, so I had to drive all the way around the neighborhood to come and park over here. So I'm just going to put that on the holder and then go around the other side. So I'll be walking back and forth, unfortunately, with the trimmer and mower and stuff. And I am right on the corner here. I think I'm going to leave the tripod in the truck for now, and then I'll just get it when I get the mower, because I'll probably have to switch out batteries too, just to be on the safe side. So I don't have to run out partway through. Yeah, so this one will be using the Exmark battery mower on. This may be the very last day that I use that Exmark battery mower. I have finally confirmation that the Milwaukee mower that I've been waiting for is coming. It's in town at Courier's Depot, so might actually get delivered either today or tomorrow, and then I'm going to start mowing with that one and seeing if you could truly run a lawn care business using a Milwaukee mower. Things have just grown like crazy this week. My goodness. And one thing I did forget to do was check the battery on this. Got 3 bars, so it should be good. I should put my glasses on. Yeah, well, crazy. This week, all these lawns have exploded. Temperatures have really warmed up. Then we had a bunch of rain on the weekend. So it was like prime conditions for lawn growing. Let me know where you're watching the stream from. How things are lawn care wise, where you're at. Is it in full swing? Or maybe you guys are in places like Australia and New Zealand where you're starting to head into winter over there. Quite a bit of trimming on this one. And then, yeah, it's just grown quite a bit. Feeling I'll be going back and forth into that grass catcher quite a few times. Oh, my string came unraveled. I felt it get caught on my pants. Let me just quickly rewrap this. That was a bit of a fail. I usually tuck it in the open end, but I didn't do that when I put this on yesterday. Just to secure it a little bit more. So you just tuck it in through there, and then tuck it through the string, just to give it a little extra. Let's do that edging on this side. Felt it get snagged on my belt, and then I didn't know what it was though, because I was concentrating on the edging, and then as it unraveled, then I could start feeling myself stepping on something. And I looked down and I was like, oh, use the string. It's a warm day, I tell you. Bit of a glare on the screen right now with the sun, so let me just potentially a comment there. I'm in the shade now, so you see Dark City is high. Oh, hey, how's it going? I recognize that name. And joining me on the streams a few times. Thanks for watching again. Appreciate it. Makes it a little less lonely when you're mowing by yourself all day. It's like you guys that watch live, like you're my coworkers. I'm sure many of you are colleagues as well, in the same industry. I had my headphones get caught in the tree there. The joys of always looking down. Are you concentrating on what you're doing? It's warm. Oh, give me a moment here. This string's coming undone again. What the heck? I wonder if this string is just really slippery. It's the first time I've loaded the Milwaukee string into here. Yeah, that's weird. It came. I wonder if it's because these twists here are not sharp. They're very smooth. So maybe it's just like really slippery. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I've never had that before with any other brand of string. It's also like pulling on itself. See how springy it is? Very interesting. Huh. Yeah, usually that just like would grab on right in there. Interesting. I've tried so many different brands of string up until this Milwaukee one. Yesterday is the first time I've loaded up using this red Milwaukee string. I really like it. It lasts a long time. But yeah, it's weird that it's not staying on the holder. The same diameter I usually get, the 095. Just require a different way to secure the end. That's the joys of inventing something and getting to field test it yourself. Come across certain situations you have to keep an eye on and see if it does it more often with this particular string. The others that I've tried, the Gator, Gator line, both square and round, and Black Diamond. Those ones have never had issues unwinding off of it. They just kind of grip on there with those ridges. But this one is a lot smoother. I don't know, I was going to say, I would say it's probably more like a regular round line, but I have used the round line, the Gator brand one, and it didn't come off either. But it could be just a coincidence. Keep my eye on it. Otherwise, there might have to be a version 3, a iteration. A Milwaukee specific model. Ooh, I could like 3D print them in red to match the Milwaukee. That would be pretty cool. The edge of the street there. The curb, I mean. See what I mean? That's a pretty long curb, and we still got a ton of string on there. That Milwaukee string, I don't know what they make out of it, what it's made out of, but it just seems to last a lot longer. Golf tee on the ground. Edge of this one. And then we'll go grab the mower. Swap out the battery. I'll have to walk back if it runs out. All right. Seems to be holding now. Could have just been the way I wound it. I don't know. I don't know. Let's swap a battery out. we at for this one? 1 bar, so perfect. I'll throw that on the charger, get that going. Got the Blue Eddy. Turn it on. Turn the power to the AC outlets. Got my Xmark charger here. It's starting to charge. See the draws climbing. Usually draws about 500 watts when it's charging. And that battery pack can do up to 1800. Provide up to 1800 watts. Super, super handy. And actually, speaking of the Blue Eddy, I received the Blue Eddy Charger 1 accessory. So that's that accessory that you wire into your vehicle's alternator, basically your vehicle's charging system. Kind of looks like a mini, like, car stereo amplifier, and comes with all the wiring, everything you need, the harness and everything. And you wire it into your charging system, and every time you drive, every time you turn on your truck and go between client lawns and stuff like that, it provides up to 500 watts of power to the Blue Eddy so that it can recharge the power station's battery relatively quickly. So I might install that tomorrow. And do a YouTube video on that. If I do that, then I might do a live stream, kind of like I did with the Lanzi Aero Leveler, where live streamed me filming a YouTube video. So I might take you guys kind of behind the scenes if you're interested in seeing that. Might do that tomorrow. Either that, or if that Milwaukee mower gets delivered, then maybe I'll do a live stream unboxing of that. Check it out. Mowing this one on 2.5 inches. See if we can get the tripod going here. So you guys have a different look. A little bit of a different view than the POV. Two and a half inches on the front wheels, 2.5 inches on the rear wheels on this one. Because it's grown so heavy. Normally on this lawn I would have the front wheels down to 2 inches. But we're going to do 2.5. 2.5, 2.5. Because it's growing pretty good. Normally I would have that 2 on the front because this lawn will not look the nicest if it's mowed at 2.5. But if you go 2 all four wheels. You see how lumpy it is? It'll sometimes look like it's scalped or something. So doing 2.5 on the back, 2 on the front, and it's a really nice in between that looks good. But this week it's growing it has grown a lot, so the 2.5 inches will look nice and green. A little bit of clover in this one. All right. Section here. And then I'll have to do some POV again because just too much moving around. It's easier to do POV until we get to a big spot again. It's also a bit breezy. You can see, I don't know if you can see that dogwood tree with the white flowers. Kind of blowing, so I gotta be careful with that, with the phone on the little lightweight tripod, and that can be a little bit sketchy, of course, because I don't want to smash my phone on the ground. It catches a gust of air. Catches a good gust. That would be no good. You see, I'm not quite liking the look here. Over there it was okay. It doesn't quite look as neat and tidy as I like. So I'm going to go down to 2 on the back for this section. Let's mow it again. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's looking just a little bit ragged versus on the boulevard there. It's looking neat and tidy. It's just kind of the growing pattern of that part of the lawn. So that's what I mean. It's sometimes I will adjust the wheels 1 notch up or 1 notch down just on the front and rear. That's going to be the one thing that will be different for me using the Milwaukee mower, because from my understanding is the height adjustment is it does like all 4 wheels at the same time, not front and rear, not independent. My favorite is when you can adjust the both front wheels at the same time and both rear wheels at the same time. This mower is a bit of a weirdness in that you can do the back wheels with 1 single point, but then the front wheels on this you have to do individually. It's kind of a weird system. You have to actually take the wheels out in the front. Not my favorite. If I'm being honest. Not my favorite. Xmark seems to have a obsession with manual height adjustments. Like the Turf Tracer, the Navigator, Viking, Metro, those types of mowers, Commercial 30, Commercial 21, all have these manual height adjustments where it's like 4 instead of like a single lever or obviously the most convenient is just a single point height adjustment, but having some ability to adjust the rake or the angle of the deck set can make a big difference in the mowing quality. So like on this Xmark, the rear height adjustment, as you saw, is super easy, but then the front is super complicated. It's like that polar opposite, where you gotta actually like take the wheels off. It's kind of weird. The back is so nice that I think that they would have perfected that for the front as well. All right, let's empty this out. Yeah, that looks much better on this section. Not quite full yet, only half, but since I'm close to where the bin is, I will just dump it. That right there looks like a good little, would make a good little kind of thumbnail image. Actually, not really. There's a shadow right there. Maybe if I moved it out here. There we go. Garden. Just kind of did that. Hold it for a little bit so I can take a screenshot. All right. Next section. So you kind of divvy up the lawn into different sections. Especially bagging. Being mindful of if the bag fills, where I'd have to walk to go empty it. Summer is definitely here, I would say. This weather, really, really warm. Unfortunately, this morning I got distracted and forgot my water. I filled it, put my ice in it, and left it on my kitchen counter. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th house this morning. This is a good spot for tripod. I've done 4 so far. And I got 1 more in this neighborhood before I can essentially head back home to grab my water. So it'd be interesting to see how the Milwaukee mower compares. And I've said in the past that once I get the Milwaukee mower, I will probably then sell this X Mark one, just because I don't need two or three battery mowers. I just need a main mower to use and then a backup. Oh, the gate just caught some wind and hit the camera. But the camera, it was about to tip the tripod over, but the little tripod legs are actually lower than the gate. They're actually under the gate now. So it's actually, as the gate kind of pushes forward, the tripod's acting like a doorstop because the leg is trapped under the gate. Yeah, that wind, I was telling you, it doesn't look like much, but it's enough to catch. So yeah, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I just don't have space to keep all the mowers. So I'm going to have to get rid of one of them. And my thought process was that the Milwaukee, obviously it's going to be the newest one. So I will have him be testing that one this year, as well as I have all of the other Milwaukee tools that I have that use the same batteries. So that's a good one to keep. And then I have the Crest mower currently still. And because I have the trimmer, blowers and stuff for that one that all use the same battery platform, obviously makes sense to keep that one. The other two battery mowers that I have then are this X Mark, which I only have batteries for this, and there's no other tools that those batteries work in. And it's the same situation for the Echo DLM 2100, that kind of residential mower. I have that one too, and I only have a battery for that. And I would consider the Echo one probably the worst of all the battery mowers. But I don't use it commercially. The only thing I use it for is because it's so lightweight and it folds up compact that I use it to mow some of my relatives, elderly relatives that live in a different city. And because it's so lightweight and compact, it fits in the SUV and even in the back of my little electric car that I've got. So that one, just for that reason, is a keeper. So that means The odd man out is this X mark. Let's go back to POV to dump this stuff. And then we'll put you back in a minute. In fact, I'll just put this on the inside here, just so I can go around the corner. Oh, wrong one. Wrong button. That's the other downside with this mower is, like, see, the bag is heavy, so I don't want to carry it. But you can't use the self-propel unless the blades are actually spinning on this mower. So that's another reason why, or the other three mowers that I would have are all battery mowers that were designed as battery mowers. So they all have separate electronic transmissions that allow the self-propel to work without the blades. Where the X Mark one is basically a compliance lawnmower, where it's just a gas model that they replace the gas engine with the battery. So it's using the same transmission, which is belt driven, that the gas models use. On a gas model, of course, the engine's always running, it's always idling. So you still get to use the transmission. But on a battery model, because the batteries are connected to, or the motor's connected to the blades directly, it only runs the transmission when the blades are spinning. So you don't get the self-propel unless the blades work. Mix up this little section here, and then I'll put it back on the tripod. That's a little bit. These trees are so fragrant smelling, walking under them. Particularly this first one right here. It's like this wafting aroma of like perfume coming off of them. Very nice. Not sure what type of tree that is, but it would very much make a nice women's perfume. It smells very delicate, very feminine. Right. Start this section, and then see if I can get the tripod again. Get a different angle. No comments at the moment. this. Try to shield it from the wind. Maybe if I go a little bit lower, it might help it too. Keep it by the bushes there so that it's hopefully less wind. Nobody's got any questions or comments, I see. What are you guys up to? Are you in North America? Are you in Europe? Been finding a lot of people watching the streams live are from Europe just because of the time difference. They're done work and winding. Any football fans out there? And I mean European football, not North American football. I mean the real football. Football. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch the Portugal-Germany game yesterday because I was mowing. But my kids were watching it at home. And I actually didn't even get to see the highlights or anything. But I hear Portugal won, which is nice for me. My family is Portuguese. My family's descent. I was born in Canada and stuff, but my parents came from Portugal. They immigrated to Canada in 1953. My dad came over from the Azores Islands, from an island over there called San Miguel. Is where my family is from. Both my mom and dad are from that island. So big Portugal soccer fans, of course. Let's empty this out and then grab the blower. Or maybe I'll mow that boulevard again. Let's see how it looks. So we did this, of course, a little bit taller. But you know what? It doesn't look too bad. I think I could leave it. There's only half a notch though on the rear wheels. So it looked good over here, but it's just the main body of the lawn that it was a bit sketchy. Although this one, you know what? Maybe I'll give that one a mow again. That side piece. Let's see, is there another comment here? Hard to see with the sun. JL says, taking a mid-afternoon break, hot today in the Northeast. Well, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, it's getting warm over here too in the Pacific Northwest. What is it right now? It's not too bad. It says 19 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm just gonna actually, you know, I am gonna give it one more cut. Yeah, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but there's a nice breeze, so it's making it nice. The truck will be warm though. Windows closed up. to the stream. Welcome, welcome. On Mowing live stream. I've got a neighbor over here sitting on the other side of the street watching me mow, and for all I know, he's probably wondering why I'm talking to myself. And see what a little bit of a difference, just the rear wheel height going up one notch or going down one notch from 2.5 to 2. Just gives it a little bit of an nicer, even though the front wheels are set at 2.5, putting the rear wheel at 2 just gives it that je ne sais quoi. You know, just that little extra, little extra touch. Generally, that's the issue with lawns that aren't super healthy. They grow at different rates. So what looks good on one section might not look good in the other section. And then like here where I started mowing it, and it was like, oh, that's good. But then that height didn't work on the rest of it. And now it's like, eh. I don't know if the homeowner would be able to tell the difference, but I can tell the difference. So let me just quickly mow this section again at the slightly different height. All right. And that looks good, looks good, looks good. Walk to the end of the block to swap this out. This one's got a big rope holding up the tree there. Oh, can really use my water. It's probably nice cold and frothy sitting on my kitchen counter. Can't believe I forgot it. Second day in a row that I have forgotten my water. Excuse me. A little bit of dust, which is why I'm like, oh, I need my water. But I got one more house in this neighborhood before I can go. Alright, just gonna tilt the camera up for a moment. Sorry about that. But looking through customer invoices. Trying to find this one. That one's the next one. All right. Guess I could have left the tripod behind. But I'll just do a quick blow and then off to that last one. And then I can go get my water at home. Yes, these neighborhoods are always a bit of a pain for parking each week. You guys are looking for a battery handheld blower. I'm telling you, this dual battery one from Milwaukee has got to be my favorite one so far. Super comfortable. Has awesome balance. It's like 18.9, I think, or 19 newtons of force. 650 CFM. Packs a punch. The CFM numbers I don't really pay attention to too much because they just don't seem to make sense depending on the manufacturer. For example, that Crest one that I was using last year was 850 CFM and 19 newtons of force. This one is 18.5 or 18.7 newtons of force and only 650 CFM. But this one packs a way more powerful punch than that Crest handheld blower. So the CFMs, I think, sometimes are just don't really paint a true picture. They just, it's like you see all these like homeowner models in the store, like really cheap stuff, and they'll have like these huge CFM numbers, right? It's at newtons that you see how similar the tools are. Makes it kind of difficult because, well, to try and compare different tools and stuff. Actually, I can just leave that on top. Pull this off. See my front camera. Glasses off. All right, yeah, it's cooking in here. You can hear the fan on that Blue Eddy AC180 power supply charging up that X-Mark battery. So yeah, thanks for joining me on today's live stream. Really appreciate it. I think this is probably going to be the last one I'm going to do today, or the only one I'm going to do today, just because the other two houses that I have coming up next, well, then not then. Actually, the next two houses are small ones, but the ones that I usually live stream from, one of them is the French Fry House, which I've live streamed from a bunch of times, and then the other two are Navigator ones, which I've done like 3 weeks in a row now. So probably just not do those ones this week, and then yeah, maybe tomorrow if you guys are looking, I might do. Depending if that Milwaukee mower comes, then I might do a live stream unboxing that, or doing the install on the Blue Eddy AC Charger 1 accessory in the truck to be able to charge the power supply as I'm working. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next